What makes humans like animals? Is it the way they look? Their companionship? Is there more to interacting with animals than we first imagined? Whether you own pets or occasionally interact with animals, there may be more health benefits from one of our furry companions than meets the eye. Nearly 1 in 4 people in England will experience a mental health problem every year. With lots of treatment options available, animal-assisted therapy may be one answer in achieving positive well-being and mindfulness. From daily life stresses to learning conditions, can therapeutic experiences such as stroking an animal really provide positive thoughts? Pioneered by Sharon Hall, Noah's Art is an organisation that utilises animal-assisted therapy, aiming to improve patients' mental, physical, social and emotional functioning with the aid of animals.
I am a director of Noah's Art. I'm a mental health nurse and enjoyed working with people and was fascinated by the response they had with animals. So I set up Noah's Art about 2.5–3 years ago. I did a psychology degree as my first degree, and then I did an 8-day course with SCAS, which is the Society for Companion Animal Studies, which was an introduction to how to introduce companion animals into a therapeutic kind of relationship, and that was really useful, and that's what set me off really.
So what actually is animal-assisted therapy?
Well, it can be a lot of things, animal-assisted therapy. Basically, it isn't a therapy in itself, it's assistance. So it's you could have CBT, you could have psychotherapy, you could be doing lots of different things. And the animal is there as a motivator, sometimes as a bridge. Sometimes you might trust the therapist because the animal's there. It could be any kind of therapy and the animal is just there to assist. Animal-assisted therapy is a springboard into other therapies. It's a way of engaging people, drawing people in. Once someone's bonded with an animal, then there's lots of different ways that you can explore different problems, different issues, and the way that animals cope and deal with it.
Much more than spending time with animals, animal-assisted therapy involves specific therapeutic goals, strategies and outcome measures. People can develop strong bonds with animals, and Noah's Art are passionate about enhancing that animal connection.
Noah's Art, the title says Animal Rescue Therapy, so we started off working with rescued rabbits and guinea pigs. So we found that people who had low self-esteem would find working with and supporting rescued animals very therapeutic, and it sort of started from there. So the services that we provide are to visit people in mental health hospitals, in dementia care homes, and we work to Learning Disability Hospital, and recently we've set up Loxley House, where we have a base where people can come off the ward and work with animals and meet other people, and it's becoming sort of more of a social place for people to meet, and the art projects that people are getting involved in is just amazing.
With approximately 10 to 15 volunteers, Noah's Art is a growing organisation. Alana has volunteered from the start.
I volunteered with Noah's Art and Sharon for about 2 and a bit years now, and I absolutely love it. I came to volunteer with Sharon because I recently went through a really bad patch of depression, and the only way I found that made me feel better was my little rabbit Marley, and he gave me a purpose to wake up in the morning, to feed him. He made me laugh, doing silly things, so I wanted to help other people feel that way with animals.
Mixed anxiety and depression is the most common mental health condition in Britain, with 7.8% of people meeting criteria for diagnosis. From patient to volunteer, guinea pig whisperer Gemma has high-functioning autism and is also registered blind.
I first got introduced to Loxley House and Noah's Art project by my mental health support worker, Dawn Rust. She said that something's felt, I need someone to fill my time, and I felt that strongly about my mental health team. And she knew I love animals, so not only do I combine my love of animals here, I'm also tackling my mental health problems at the same time. When I volunteer, I feel like I'm really fulfilled. I've got a purpose of doing something good for society, and people's eyes just light up and brighten up. I find it all very rewarding, and I love the animals. Through Noah's Art, the therapy I've had really is colouring in and painting and decorating and sticking in the art side of things. But the other main part of therapy is holding the animals. When I interact with the animals, I've got a motherly feel over them. I love hugging them and talking to them gently and feeding them curly kale and carrots and all sorts of green stuff to eat. I feel calm and relaxed and really chilled out.
Animals live in the moment and can be role models for mindfulness and relaxation. Animal-assisted therapy arguably taps into concepts around positive well-being and mindfulness. But what does it actually mean to be mindful, and how can we create positive well-being? Team coordinator for Being Well Salford and previous health trainer Nicholas Spivey helps to define those concepts. With experience around health and well-being, including a degree in health and exercise sciences, Nicola knows what constitutes to positive well-being.
For me, working across the community in health and wellbeing for 10 years, it is the basics. It's eating well, it's exercising and doing things that you enjoy. I personally would define mindfulness as being in the moment and try not to be distracted in that moment, because you're not going to get that moment back.
Positive wellbeing, I think it's very important to feel valued, to feel that you have a purpose, and to feel that you belong. And these are all the values that we're trying to kind of bring out in Loxley House. You know, the sense of looking after animals that need support and they need a home, and that we're a community and that we all contribute. And like the art projects that we do, everybody makes a little piece, and it's just like that sense of belonging, I think.
When you care for an animal, you get a lot in return. Have you ever wondered if pets positively improve well-being day to day? Can furry companions help humans cope with daily life stresses? Cat lover Rachel helps to answer those questions.
Yes, I do think that animals help me relax. If you've had quite a long day or a stressful day at work and then you come in, it's nice for the cats to greet you. I think they can just make you smile, like they just put you in a good mood, like even when they're being a little bit mischievous and naughty. So yeah, I do think that animals positively affect people's mental health and well-being. I've seen it quite a lot in my personal life, but also within my work, I've seen animals to be quite positive in terms of relieving stress for children and young people. I was previously a children's disability social worker, and we saw quite a lot of really positive effects with young people with autism and children with autism, particularly with dogs. So the social side of taking a dog out and walking the dog, and that helped to relieve quite a lot of stress and anxiety for the children.
Many owners view their pets as valued members of the family and enjoy a variety of benefits whilst interacting with them. Can creating a human-animal bond positively affect people's minds? Does animal-assisted therapy really work?
It's definitely the way to go. There's been so many different studies around how keeping a pet or being around animals can improve your not only mental health but your physical health as well. So I've worked with individuals that have gone on to volunteering at an animal sanctuary, and the difference in that person was huge because again, they were getting out daily, they had a bit more of a routine, they enjoyed the work that they were doing, and I had one participant feedback to me saying that the animals didn't judge me. I felt judged by people quite often, and spending time with animals improved their confidence as well because they felt like they were doing something worthwhile. So I think that animals have a massive impact on health and well-being, because the wealth of support that you can get from an animal, whether it be a dog, cat, pet, horse, whatever it might be. For my personal experience, my pet has helped me hugely. So I suffer from anxiety, and coming home from work and having my dog there greet me just puts a smile on my face, and just for that 1 second you feel a little bit better about yourself and your situation. Frankie helps massively with my anxieties and well-being overall really. So everything from your daily walks to comfort to distraction. So when you're thinking you're having a bad day, you can come home and you've got this face looking at you, haven't you? You've got this face looking at you. Get on the couch and have a cuddle and a chill with this one, and things don't seem as bad as they once did during the day.
I think for people with mental health issues and just people in general, for their mental well-being, animals are a great help because there's no judgment with an animal. It's an unspoken bond. You can just sit there and care for them. It gives you a purpose, and they make you laugh really, they make you smile, so it's great all round, I think. I think animal-assisted therapy really does work. I mean, it's not a standalone therapy. It goes with other things as well, but it really helps build people's confidence because, if they're a bit nervous around animals at the start, you can see them progress after a couple of weeks, and just the joy that they get from spending time with them is a really positive impact on people's lives.
Well, animal-assisted therapy could be beneficial to anyone from any age group. I definitely feel that animal-assisted therapy works. I have seen the results of that. I think it works in the sense that people become motivated to look after themselves, and sometimes even if it's just through being an advocate for the animal, they're actually helping their own self-esteem and their own confidence, and opens different ways for them to explore their own issues. It's amazing. It's when you see people smile and respond to an animal, it's just something that's just wonderful. It really is lovely to see. I mean, like when we visit on the dementia care units and they smile and the smile comes from within here, like maybe sort of cognitively they're a bit impaired, but it comes from here, and that's just wonderful.
So what does this mean for the future of animal-assisted therapy?
I think the future of animal-assisted therapy is very positive. I think the response that we've had to sessions that we've done and to people that have come through Loxley House, I think there's definitely a future out there for us, and it's just something that does work and works in such a kind of natural, non-invasive way. It's got to be something that they investigate for the future.